What comes next, and it is a...
My name is Alizhan. I'm here for my gauntlet.
Alizhan, you will lose.
Siberian giraffe, where is my gauntlet?
ISM, you back to 115.
Look at me. I don't want to go 115. I like eating giraffe steak.
Let's fight.
I'm not fighter. I'm hunter. Giraffe hunter.
Alizhan, be ready for defeat.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the main event of the evening here in Batumi, Georgia, at East versus West 25. And it is on the left arm in the men's super heavyweight division over 7 rounds for the East versus West super heavyweight championship of the world. It is also for the gauntlet on the left arm. And we are now about to welcome our athletes into the arena, starting with this man. He hails from and is representing his home nation of Kazakhstan, where he is a signature athlete and multiple national champion. He has often claimed the EAF European crown and also the world title in the WAF on many occasions. More significantly, he is currently a 2-division East versus West champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Giant Slayer, Alizhan Muratov! Ladies and gentlemen, Monday, Muratov waits at the table, and we are about to welcome his opponent and the champion, now making his way into the arena. He is bringing with him the gauntlet and the belt via and hailing from his home nation of Russia. This man is a multiple Russian national, EAF European and WAF World Champion, and he is also the reigning and defending East versus West left-hand super heavyweight champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Siberian Bear, Vitali Laletin!
This is it, the main event of the evening, the match we all been waiting for. The super heavyweight title is on the line. 2-division champion, light heavyweight, Alizhan Muratov steps up to challenge the king of the left hand, which is Vitali Laletin.
Devon Larratt, Ray Lipinge, we have seen drama, we have seen shocks, we have seen surprises. What next?
Listen, this evening hasn't been looking good for the challengers on the left-hand title matches. Let's see if Alizhan can turn this around. The best pound-for-pound left hand on the planet.
Look at the size.
A lot of side pressure being thrown there.
It's going to be referee's grip for sure. A lot of fighting there. Yeah, Vitali was trying to throw him out. Alizhan was trying to get a very deep grip. and be really really quick at the hooking. Let's see how it changes round one. We're scheduled for best of 7. This is the main event and the last match of EVW25 here in Batumi, Georgia.
Down come the hands. Here we go. First start, so important. Laletin, champion. Muratov, challenge. Here comes next, and it is a
That
big.
that was expected, but it wasn't bad from Alizhan, I'll be honest.
I don't know. Vitali looks like he ripped his wrist right off there. Looked like he folded that wrist back
You're
in
just
a
having
hurry.
flashbacks, Devin. You're just having flashbacks.
I felt it.
Let's see what happens when they put on a strap.
In that start, I would certainly rather have been the Siberian Bear, Vitali Laletin. He had an unbelievable advantage in the hand and wrist. And the question you've got to ask yourself, did Muratov really rev up there, or was that just precursory?
Just question to Devin, where is the strap on Alizhan's wrist?
Yeah, have a look.
It looks quite high.
Super high.
Very high.
The discussion of the high-low strap continues.
Yes.
We are seeing it at work here.
And it would be, because he cannot win another way. Will he win with that? I do not know, but he's a better chance than he would otherwise have.
I feel like it will be a battle, but for how long and on which side? So let's see. Hook versus top roll.
Here we go. Down come the hands. Laletin.
Rotate a little bit. Rotate.
Do
Don't
not
move.
blink.
Go!
Enormous drive. Laletin with a massive attack and almost takes the pin there. Muratov hangs on to it, but it is the giant who slays Muratov in the first round. And right now, the beanstalk is well and truly intact, and the giant remains in full control of the title. Alizhan has work to do. He got a momentary stop there. We'll see it, but he had no purchase, and from there was no opportunity to fight back. And you look at that, and the visual tells a story. There is a massive, massive difference in the size of these two men, and that is a very difficult individual to contain.
Absolutely. And the first unbreakable streak is over. Alizhan Muratov loses a round. He has never lost a round here on EVW stage in his professional arm wrestling super match career.
And he lost it in dominant fashion.
Yes, yes. This time, if he gets the slip, the buckle will be on Vitaly's hand. It might give a slight advantage for Alizhan, so he needs to slip, and we know Vitaly will try to pin him outside the strap.
Now, a couple of things come to mind here. Earlier today, we saw Nerdalet Adarkan, and he changed things up dramatically. Are we going to see a similar thing from Alizhan Muratov? Does he have a set repertoire? Will he change? Because he's gone for depth on that grip. Look at the lower palm. He's punched it past. Super deep.
Yes. He's going to duck under for sure. Yeah.
I think the only way is to top roll Vitali. That's my opinion. I don't think to hook Vitali in the early rounds is possible.
I kind of think he can't straight up top roll him. I think he's got to blast him a couple of inches sideways, lower the arc, and then roll from there. And it is such a hard thing to do. Oh, look at the hand. Oh. Terrifying opponent.
Yes.
Laletin.
Yes.
He
Towering
just is.
individual.
And he's so fast. I mean, this is a guy, when you're up close to this man, he is a real-life fairy story giant. This is a big man, and he moves like a middleweight. He's blisteringly quick.
And if he wins this tonight, there's a good chance that he may become the first double gauntlet-wielding athlete in East versus West come this December.
Yes.
Quite possible.
Quite possible.
Although I'm not banking on anything after what I've seen tonight.
He will have a tough job on the right arm versus Kamil Jablonski for sure, if that match happens.
Here we go.
So much structure to overcome.
It's hard to get a good grip in Alizhan. Like for every hook puller, you want to be as deep as you can in your opponent's arm, so you're able to curl around it like a snake. This time, much better setup from Alizhan.
I think he will try and top roll.
It looks like that. It does look like that.
Looks to me like he's going to cannon side. Oh my word! Can I? Oh my word! Listen, I'm going to say
Too big, too
Laletin
strong.
was the faster athlete there.
Yes.
This guy is super tough. Vitali Laletin, he's kind of a difficult guy to arm wrestle. You know, there's just so much to deal with. His height, his hand, his strength, his technique, his speed, his never-ending quest to go to that pin pad. He doesn't do counters. He is going one direction.
Yeah.
Did you see the speed of the initiation from him there? We talk a lot about winning that first
Takes
that
the hand
start.
with ease.
He won the start there. He was faster over the ground. And some of that may be that Alizhan Muratov has felt just how much red line this fella has. And it's a little bit edgy. It's a little bit scary. When somebody puts that kind of power on you, that will put you right back in your box. You don't want to go jumping in on a guy that could potentially do damage to you on the hit.
Maybe flopper's press.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, Alizhan is not known for that position. He can kind of fight with pronation.
But sometimes, even though if you're not known for it,
Yeah,
there's
you should
just
try
no
it.
there's
Well,
just no other.
No other option.
Well, in the words of my wife, as the milkman left, size matters, and I can honestly tell you that right now we are seeing something special, and Vitali Laletin is underlining why he is such a force in this weight division, why he is the gauntlet holder.
Elbow. Alizhan elbow. Keep the elbow on the
And
back.
it's hard to see a route back into this one,
Okay. Good, good, good.
regardless of how many giants you have slayed. There's always that one giant.
Yeah. Stylistically, very hard matchup for Alizhan. He's trying his best, but with no success. And we're going into round number 3, and I don't know if I can see anything different.
There's been no chinks. There's been no
Yeah.
signs. There's been
No. Vitalis keep looking better and better.
Stop.
Kind of went for a press. Kind of went for a press. Come forward with his shoulder.
And Vitali slowed down.
Finish grip. Open up.
Yeah, looked like he was maybe posing a little bit there. Not sure.
Yeah, he
Didn't look like he hit.
no, he softened into that. Now that might be a risky tactic,
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't push the center, guys.
but Vitali did not accelerate there.
Hands getting close. Round number 3. And again, explosion from Vitali Laletin. Another pin.
That's difficult.
Very difficult. The same as, listen, our left-handed champions are very dominant.
I
We can't even
remember.
find challengers that is somewhat put up a good match.
I remember in 2018, we almost saw Vitali Laletin versus Oleg Zak. And you know, it's funny when I look forward, that might happen again one day.
Give enough time for Oleg Jacques.
I think this is a very different breed of Vitali Laletin.
There's-
For sure.
It's so hard just to stop his first attack, you know, and he has many options. Just to stop his top roll is difficult.
Yeah.
And then if you stop his top roll,
Yeah.
you have to deal with the next
He's
weapon.
got 3 other things, and he's got them. We talked about it this morning, Devon. He's just turning into a very complete, very difficult athlete to deal with, and he's so fast.
And the problem is, this is his perfect lane. He's hitting his perfect lane. This is where he is the strongest, fastest, and most difficult to beat. If you can't even get him outside of that, like, you don't really have much options.
No. No.
This could be the last round.
As you said earlier when you were on the stage, Devon, is there no one else? Well, is there? Can Dadikian do something with this guy? I mean,
I think let's bring in Kamil one more time.
tell you what,
That's probably the best choice.
choice.
We might have a double Camille Vitali match coming left and right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here we go.
Imagine Kamil becomes the guy, the double gauntlet guy. Round 4. Okay. Yeah. Hands are getting closed. A little different setup from Alizhan. What is he trying to do? I can't really tell. I think he wants.
I think
to
he's
go
gonna
for
go
a
flop.
press.
You got to try it.
Yeah.
He's got to try.
But he's
There's
still like, even if he tries to flop, he's trying to grab very deep. on the arm of Vitali.
Looks like he's flopping.
Yeah, he will try to flop, but he should be more shallow, to be honest, but the instinct says no.
Don't move.
Yeah, just too much
Hands are
speed,
getting
too
closed.
much size.
Don't move.
Too
And
much.
gets a pin.
Amazing. Vitaly Laletin,
Vitali
king of the
Laletin
world.
makes
Left
it
hand
easy.
overall champion.
Undefeated still. Alizhan Muratov gets his first loss here on a super heavyweight division. Still the champ at light heavyweight and heavyweight. Maybe in a few years we see a rematch. Alizhan is still only 30 years old. Vitali Laletin 37. Nothing might be over. We might see a spark in Alizhan we haven't seen before, but right now Vitali Laletin takes the win, solidifies his victory, and is the man today, still at the top of the mountain of the left hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. East versus West 25 here in Batumi. It's been a wonderful night of arm wrestling, full of surprises and great matches and title defenses. See you guys on the 12th of September in Batumi, Georgia. We will watch the wrap-up and the interview of Vitali Laletin. Thank you for a wonderful evening, East versus West.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you guys for watching. Stay strong, love arm wrestling. Let's go to the interview, to the stage from Neil Pickup.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Vitali Laletin. One thing we are gonna do straight away is put the belt around this man's waist because he is still the East versus West super heavyweight champion of the world. We're gonna put the belt around his waist. The gauntlet will also go on to the hand of Vitali Laletin. Vitali, there was a lot of anticipation about this match. It was billed as the biggest match in the history of left arm. You faced a savage of a competitor tonight, a two-division champion here at EVW, and yet you proved that there are levels and the super heavyweight is a different environment. That was a dominant performance. Did you expect it to go like it did tonight?
Как ты и говорил, то, что ты докажешь, что здесь есть уровни, ты доказал это вновь. Против тебя был свирепый оппонент, чемпион в двух весовых категориях, но все такое же доминирующая победа. Ожидал ли ты этого?
Да, я думал, что будет так. Либо я его выигрываю в касание, либо Алижан сможет меня закрутить в крюк и выиграть. Но, как я и говорил, хорошего верховика даже самый крутой в мире крюковик не закрутит.
You know, that's what I was expecting. Either I win quickly or he wins quickly if he hooks me. But, how I said before, a good top roller will never get hooked, even if that hook puller is the best in the world.
Now, one of the things that we picked up on in the commentary booth was that there was a lot of people anticipating that the biggest weapon of Alizhan Muratov would be the speed, and yet, under analysis, you may have been the faster arm wrestler tonight. You were certainly as fast as Alizhan. Did you expect that? Did you know that you have the same kind of speed as the man from Kazakhstan?
Многие ожидали то, что большим оружием Алижана в этом матче будет его скорость. Но даже когда мы смотрели из будки наших комментаторов, мы видели то, что как минимум ты поспеваешь за ним за скоростью, а возможно даже был быстрее. Ожидал ли ты этого?
Да, я ожидал, я же еще и сказал на пресс-конференции, что у меня тоже скорость есть. И тут будет зависеть уже техника вверх на крюк. У нас, в принципе, плюс-минус скорость была одинаковая, даже где-то я чуть быстрее был, где-то был он быстрее, но мне удавалось все равно верхом выкрутить. Хотелось бы сказать спасибо Алижану за честную борьбу.
Like I said in a press conference, yeah, I think we were very close in the speed. Sometimes I was faster, sometimes he was quicker, but it's also the styles. I was the top roller, he was the hooker. One thing, I want to thank Alizhan for a fair match.
Now, we move on and we look forward. Right now, you are here with the belt around your waist. The gauntlet is yours on the left arm. The most dramatic circumstances yesterday. Right-hand champion, Levan Saganashvili, vacated the title. It is now back in circulation, and we saw a dramatic title eliminator just before your match. It is possible, Vitali, that you end up the first ever double champion, double gauntlet holder, and it could all happen this year. How do you feel about that opportunity, and how confident are you that you currently stand at the top of both the right arm and the left arm here at East versus West?
Итак, сейчас пояс у тебя и перчатка снова у тебя. Но если смотреть дальше, вчера на пресс-конференции Леван вакантировал свой титул. И теперь предыдущий матч был матчем, который показал нам, кто будет бороться в декабре. Итак, как ты думаешь, какие твои шансы на то, чтобы в этом году, поборовшись в декабре, стать первым человеком, который будет чемпионом и на правую, и на левую?
Шансы есть всегда. Вот у меня дома большой шкаф под все кубки. Там как раз есть место еще под одну перчатку и под пояс. И пользуясь случаем, пока Леван нам дал побороться, дорогу молодым дал, я хочу им воспользоваться и поставить туда еще одну перчатку и пояс и закрепить это в историю.
You know, there is always chances. In my home, I have this shelf of just for trophies, and I have this spot for a gauntlet and for the belt, for just one more pair. And while Levon gives us a chance for the youth to pull, yes, there is always chances.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a performance tonight. He was utterly and completely dominant, and he will leave Batumi, Georgia, as still the super heavyweight champion of the world and the gauntlet holder here in East versus West. Ladies and gentlemen, show your love and make some noise for Vitali Laletin. The Siberian Bear is the champion of the world, and he leaves with the gauntlet. He will get the shot at the right hand. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up tonight's event here in Batumi. On behalf of everybody at East versus West, I want to thank you all for your attendance and for checking out tonight's event. We will return very, very soon. The next stop is China in early September, and we look forward to seeing you all again there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and we'll see you again soon.